Welcome back. It's now time to talk about fuel scarcity. We've been asking the question, is this our new normal? Well, the people within that space, the players in that space are here to talk to us about what exactly is going on. We're being joined in the program from our Abuja studio by the National Public Relations Officer of IPMAN, that is the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Chief Ukadike Chinedu. Chief Chinedu, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much, and good morning, Nigerians.
So the last time we had the depot chairman, one of the very opening statements he made, that was Mr. Shinamo, he said there's no supply anywhere. Has that changed?
There is improvement recently. NNPCL have started supplying petroleum products to marketers. I know there was a little bit thrift in terms of the supply chain, and I think they have started receiving products recently, and distribution have started. I'm very much abreast with the situation of things, and I also believe with the collaboration between independent petroleum marketers and NNDPR and NNPCL, products will be made available as quickly as possible, because the national president insisted that we must work in concert with the dictates of the authority to ensure that there is a prompt distribution of petroleum products nationwide.
So, Chief Ukadike, on this particular one, you said there was a little thrift. I've forgotten the word you used now, but Nigerians don't see it that way. Whatever is going on with the NNPCL and the distribution channel and everybody involved in that ecosystem is putting lives at risk on one hand, is making life difficult on the other hand, coupled with the fact that we're already dealing with a very harsh economic environment. So one of your members had mentioned the fact that part of the problem, besides what the NNPC has explained as a mother-daughter vessel issue and logistics and weather and all of that, is the fact that the sharing formula is also a problem. Usually, we understand that independent marketers were given quite a bit of shares so that things like this can be managed when there's a shortfall. But like the formula changed, what do you have to say in terms of that particular sharing formula, and do you think it should be reviewed? And what exactly is it from your own end?
Okay, it's very, very pertinent to note at this particular point in time that the deregulation policy and the removal of scarcity, independent petroleum marketers were now bonded into an NNPCL portal. It is via an NNPCL portal that we can be able to, as the only source of our petroleum products, and other IPMAN members that can be able to source petroleum products. And you imagine over 17,000 independent petroleum marketers, filling stations and licensed marketers, sourcing petroleum products from one particular source. So it becomes very, very cumbersome. Although they have been coping, trying to meet up with our demand. But because of this deregulation policy, we also have been allowed to source our petroleum product and also import petroleum products for our members. Most of our members who have tried to ensure that they can be able to import petroleum products could not be able to continue because of forest problem, return on investment, repatriating their funds, and some other logistics problem that they cannot be able to continue. So this issue we are now left in the hands of NNPCL to continue to give independent marketers petroleum products. So once we don't get product from NNPCL, that means there's no problem for independent marketers. So, and we are now asked to source petroleum products by ourselves, and anywhere we can be able to buy petroleum products and we can be able to sell. And if you look at this country, it is very, very clear that one of the strategic stakeholders in terms of distribution chain in Nigeria is independent marketers. There is no nooks and crannies of this country that you won't find an independent. So it's a very, very strategic player once it comes to oil and gas distribution in the downstream sector. And it's not been neglected. So holistically, I think federal government should have look at this strategic stakeholders and be able to fashion out something that can also enable them to be in the same path with NNPCL. NNPCL is a limited liability company, like most of the independent marketers. And, you know, for us who are the independent marketers to be dependent on NNPCL and some other tank owners to be able to get our petroleum product, it has given the petroleum product third tier of distribution. Where now we now wait if NNPCL did not sneeze, we cannot be able to get product. We don't that have the facility to distribute this petroleum product nationwide. Right. There is nowhere in this country you cannot find an independent marketer. There is no nooks and crannies of this country you cannot be able to see or meet an independent marketer within the 1 kilometer to 2 kilometer radius. So it becomes very, very, cumbersome for NNPCL to be able to meet up with our demand because they also have their own retail outlets to service. They have to service their own retail outlet before they now look at the independent marketers. So the issue of sharing ratio does not arise because NNPCL has its primary objective of taking care of their retail outlets. If they don't take care of the retail outlets, they don't take care of independent marketers, they are also in the same competition with them. So there's a very big problem here. All right. Able to assess for us?
Yeah, Chief Chinedu, I like the part where you said the challenge about NNPC being the sole importer of fuel. It's becoming a very big problem. But also, as the person closest or the body closest to the end users who actually needs this fuel, as Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria are the closest people, of course, to us who need this fuel every day. And talking about issues around boosting local fuel refining capacity in this country, we've seen a lot of times where authorities are destroying illegal refineries, as they term it. Do you think that this should be the action in terms of people, especially these people who are the ones producing this thing, who can refine it, since our refineries, 4 refineries are not working, and even the one that wants to come and work now, the Dangote refinery, is being stifled in some ways. So what do you think should be the next step? Is destroying illegal refineries the right way to go?
Well, on that, government has also mapped out plans for modular refineries. And those modular refineries, some of them are working, and there's also frustrations. You know, when you look at an economic environment, you must give the investors an opportunity to be able to come in both in policy, both in technicality, both in aid, both in training, anything that will help those that are in that industry to be able to function. Even if you are bringing in foreign partners, independent marketers also want to bring in foreign partners to be able to collaborate with us, to be able to establish modular refinery. It's quite unfortunate that even those who have modular refineries, like Watersmith and all the rest of them, they are all crying for crude. And the crude are not seen in the hands of the illegal refinery, those that used to produce bonfire. Because it's very, very difficult for government to be able to look at this issue. There's a lot of revenue. Government is losing a lot of revenue. So the pipeline feast. Most of these young men now find it very, very easy to be able to go and puncture the pipeline and be able to scoop some crude oil and cook it locally and put it into the market. But the government has also established modular refineries for investors to come in. So the issue here is, how does this local refineries get their crude? That's number one. Without hitches, like some of these local refineries, for some time now, they keep on complaining. When we go to go and load from them, they say they have not received crude. They are trying to see how they can be able to source crude. They are buying crude in dollars. They're always selling the diesel into what the importers are selling it. So if you are buying diesel at 1,700, 1,400 naira, and those who are importing the diesel are also selling diesel at 1,400, what is the difference there? So it's only when Dangote came in and that Dangote looked at it and okay, brought diesel to 1,002, Some of them also shifted grant to 1,200 naira, from 1,200 to 950, from 950 to 980. Government should give access to the economy. Allow people to, the competitors to play. Allow them to have access to crude. I also thank Mr. President for this wonderful gesture of giving them crude oil
in Naira.
But
right.
the most important thing, there must be total implementation.
Indeed, and that's what we look to see in the coming days. You said earlier on that all the players have been asked to work together, and that's perhaps indicative of perhaps people working in silos or at loggerheads in this sector. The goal is that we don't go back to the past. You know, fraudulent subsidies said to have been paid, sometimes for nothing, brought in fact, fuel scarcity as well, and all of the corruption that has been attributed to that sector. So while all of that is playing out, at the heart of it is the need to get fuel to Nigerians. It's as simple as that. Nigerians should drive into filling stations and buy petrol. Either they have a jerry can, which, by the way, they want to feed their generating set or their machine at home, or for their vehicles. So when you said that this is being resolved and it's going to be resolved as soon as possible, we heard behind the scenes that by Wednesday, which is yesterday, things will ease, but we've not seen the easing yet. So can you give us the assurance, and what kind of assurance in terms of time frame would you give us that this will be resolved as far as you people are working together?
Well, independent marketers, after our last meeting, there was summoned by our president, Alhaji Abubakar Megandi, the national president of IPMAN. We have all resolved that all marketers should open their filling stations. Where there is security, should sell 24 hours. Where there is no security, should sell at the normal official time. We are ready to receive products from NNPCL. We're also ready to buy products from DAPMAN members. Our trucks are on the road, you know. But what I'm trying to make it very, very clear here is that we are asking the federal government to be able to look into the issue of allocation of petroleum products to independent petroleum marketers holistically, so that it will be able to enable us distribute this petroleum product directly to our members and monitor them. We are the people that breaks the buck. We are the people that the promoters meet. We are the people that are in the filling stations send this fuel to people. Right. And we can be able to communicate with them.
Pardon me, let me quickly come in here, if you can hear me. Are you saying, in essence, if you say that this sharing formula needs to be addressed, are you saying that NNPC Limited still has supply, but that supply is not coming to IPMAN, rather it is going elsewhere, which is why you want this formula to be changed? Is that what you're saying, that at least there's some supply with NNPC Limited?
Yes, affirmatively. Affirmatively, I'm saying that before NNPC took over, we are having our supply chain 60-40. Independent marketers have the number of petroleum products more, because our marketers are numerous, our marketers are bigger, our presence are everywhere. So the company that's given is inadequate. So the fuel stations have closed. You can say to that. What we are having now today is disparity in prices, because we cannot be able to adequately have petroleum products. That is why most of our members now go and sell petroleum products elsewhere. But if we have petroleum products located to us, the way it's supposed to be allocated to us, maybe in the ratio of product that is being imported into this country, in the ratio of 64, we can be able to distribute faster. And I want to reassure you that once that is done, the issue of this scarcity will be raised completely. Because we are ready to, so we have the best filling stations in Nigeria. So we are under NNPC portal. If they give us the allocation, maybe 10 out of whatever millions of petroleum products they receive, we will wait until we'll be able to receive, but we still sell those products. The issue of treating this product, sending to DAPMAN members, I don't say they should not send to DAPMAN members, but they should send to DAPMAN members in concert with the independent marketers. You can be able to go to that place
All right, Chief.
Who has this product?
Your thoughts are quite insightful. So we hope that this will be resolved. But this sounds like you're alleging some form of pseudo-institutional monopoly in cahoots with IPMAN. But, of course, at some point we'll get IPMAN to talk about this as well. But we must thank you for coming on the program. The National Public Relations Officer of IPMAN, Chief Okadike Chinedu. Thank you for coming on the program. We'll take a quick break now. When we come back, we'll zoom our attention, or we'll focus our attention on the health sector. Join us again.